Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers War for Cybertron Earthrise Deluxe Class Wheeljack from Wave 1, the final one of Wave 1 that I'm reviewing. Also, probably, honestly, spoiler alert, my favorite. You see there, he's a multicolored race car, which we're going to put off to the side. Look at the box real quick, because that's what we do. And yeah, you can see once again Transformers. Wheeljack Cybertronian, the green on there, 8+. Flying Galvatron Autobot logo. Nice bit of artwork there on the side of Wheeljack doing his thing. Deluxe class, all that stuff down there. The side you got the usual, the line artwork that's on every box. On the bottom you got the copyrights and barcode and all that stuff. And on the back you got a couple product shots and whatnot, and more warnings and copyrights and whatnot there too. Yeah, his number is actually, where was that? Should be on here. Oh, WFC-E6. And in the box, of course, is the little insert, which is important now because it comes with this, of course. So you got the little line there for you can decode, and this is, you can find Anpilla right there. So that's the thing now, because, I don't know, nostalgia. Got to keep going harder on nostalgia. And it comes with the instructions, which, again, are pretty easy to follow for the most part, and nice and big and clear to read. Yes, Wheeljack. He is a race car. As you can see, just as usual, nice kind of this off kind of bone white, cream white, whatever you want to call it, all around with red and green striping and a bunch of logos and stuff all over it. Tiny little Autobot logo right there. Little red wheels, translucent windshield. No headlights picked up, but the kind of scoop, air scoop molded black, or not molded, but painted black. You got a bit of, maybe it's black and maybe it's gunmetal gray. Here on the back, you got some of that too. And so decent amount of paintwork and some, molded detailing, like vents and headlights. Yeah, paroles pretty well. These are clipped on pretty tight, I've noticed, so they don't. Like you notice, there's a lot of friction there. So yeah, they're clipped on pretty tight there. Nice clean underside, which is good because, well, it needs to be low to the ground. The weird thing is they changed that, because that's 638. I believe the original was 538, so I don't know why that was changed, but it's on an odd one. Also, nice little Autobot symbol there. And yeah, there's you notice possibly around the car, there's like bits of katakana, like there. There's a bit there, and there's a little tiny in red there as well. You can see that, just katakana. That actually translates to Cybertron, roughly. It's not exact because of the nature of things, but it translates to Cybertron more or less. He's also got his gun. There's a little tiny missile thing, which has a tab and a peg, which you can, you can peg it on there like the book says. An instruction book. There's no real other place to peg it that works as storage other than on the back here. So you can do this. Just peg it on the back. There's only 3 viable ports for storage: the top and the 2 back ones. All the other ports are on the bottom, which doesn't work for storing this guy. For this gun. Yeah. Other than that, though, it's a really nice looking car mode. I really like this one. It's just a nice wedge shape and very evocative of the Lancia Stratos that the original was based off of. So, yep, like it a lot. But yeah, transforming them is pretty straightforward in some ways. You got to take these the rear fenders here and move them out. This is where the arms are, and they can tab in real tight, so it can help to have a little leverage. Get them out and then roll them out, and then untab from the back here. Untab them from the back and move it all the way out like that. Do the same on this side. Do the same on that side. Move that out and move that out right there, and that's, yeah, you got that ready to go. Then up here, you want to kind of untab the hood, the windscreen, and the rest of the car, front of the car, and move the front of the car down like this, and then separate like that. Go ahead and move these a little bit forward and take these, and they move out on a double hinge. There's a double hinge inside. You move this out, rotate this down and then all the way up, and it'll just tab into place up here like that. And then you take the foot and move it up. Same on this side. Move it out, move that down, and then move it all the way up, and you can move the rest of the foot up. And also right here, you want to, there's a weird thing with the ankles here. They kind of pseudo tab in for the car mode. You want to click them out just a little bit right there. You can feel it kind of click, and you'll have to make sure to click them back into place when you're going back to car. Otherwise, they won't line up properly. Then you can go ahead and move the legs back up like this. Then take the back half of the car and rotate it 180 like that. I actually think that's pretty clever right there. You rotate that back, and then you take the head, move it up, and click it into place. And this can be a little stubborn initially. When I noticed when I got out of the box, this was really stubborn to move down, but it will move eventually. It's just, it clicks in hard. Then you go ahead and take the windscreen, move it up, and tab it over that, like that. Just tab it in. Move the arms down, rotate the bicep forward, rotate the fist forward, rotate the bicep, rotate the fist. And the final step, which is to come back here and split the wing and rotate it outward like that. There's stopping points at each end, so you know exactly where to stop it. There you go. That's the transformation, and this is now Wheeljack in his robot mode. And I really like Wheeljack a lot. Like, this is my favorite so far of Earthrise. This is my favorite one. I already like Wheeljack as a character. Like the Masterpiece is still one of my favorite masterpieces. I like the original, the Generations release of Wheeljack. I didn't get the Commander Wars because I didn't like the mold, but I do like this one a lot. I know some people are kind of down on it a little bit. I believe one of the big things is the gap right there in the side of the leg, but and whatnot. You can see those gaps on the leg, but those don't bother me too much. Again, I've kind of gotten used to those. I know maybe making excuses, but that's not something that's like on my priority list of things to watch out for. But other than that, I think he's a really solid thing overall. Although I think maybe the arms are kind of weirdly long. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe the arms are kind of long for some people. Hard to tell. But yeah, I do genuinely like this guy. He's got, again, nice... wow. He got a nice, again, the very G1 color palette. You know, the greens and reds are still here, and the off-white, and now some black on the forearms. He's got this, you know, his iconic head with the little weird ears and the face mask and the blue eyes all picked out. He's got the little 3 spikes. He even got his little wings, you know, picked out in silver on this side so you can actually see it real well. And it looks really good, and I think it's just a really nice one. He's got, of course, his peg holes for various things on the side, you know, on the forearm, the upper arm, and the feet on the back. Yeah, this is a weird one because most of them have the peg holes on the side, but he's on the back as well. Otherwise, you'll mess up this stuff. You don't want that. I think his biggest drawback though is the gun. I mean, he has this thing which you can, you know, peg into his hand, no big deal, and he's got his little tiny snub gun thing. But Wheeljack's also supposed to have, you know, his little shoulder launcher. You know, that's what this tab's for. It's going to these little slots. You know, he's supposed to have that, and that looks great, but now he's got no gun whatsoever, unless you give him someone else's gun or a weapon or something, which I guess is an excuse to go buy a weaponizer or one of the battle masters or whatever, which, sure, do that. Yeah, I think that's his biggest drawback is just got this one gun, and it's just, well, it's either the shoulder or the, you know, be correct, or in the hand, which is wrong. Also, the weird thing about this gun is it has this this hole back here, which is keyed hole. I'm not sure if that's for something I missed or that something else can plug into that, but that's a hole there for something or another. I just feel like I'm missing something, and I'm gonna kick myself when someone points out, "Oh, actually, you're supposed to do that," and I'll go, "Oh, I feel dumb." Yeah. Other than that, he's a great figure. I love this guy. His articulation, though, head's on a ball joint, so left and right, up and down, a little bit of waggle, nice and expressive there. Shoulders are can move forward and back. Thanks to the back, I guess not backpack, but yeah, the bit of the car. This doesn't fold away, so it kind of gets in the way straight back, but you can get it rotated around. It goes out pretty far like this. There's also this hinge for the transformation, which can give you a lot more upward movement. You got the bicep swivel here. Got an elbow, which, yeah, pretty much 90 degrees. He's got a nice little wrist swivel right there. He's got a waist swivel, which is unhindered. Great, so full 360 there. His hips forward that far. back almost all the way, and outward all the way. That's great. Thighs on a swivel, pretty much hindered. And knees about 90 degrees, maybe just a shade more than 90. And his feet are actually pretty darn posable, because he's got his ankle tilt, like everyone else does. But you also can move them down, you can move them forward slightly. There's this hinge right here. You have this hinge right here if you need to do something really crazy, I guess. Yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of movement options here for the foot, and yeah, you get quite a bit. So yeah, pretty darn posable. I really like this guy. I know, again, I know a lot of people are not super enthused about him, but I personally really dig him a lot. I just really like this guy. I think, again, it's my favorite, I think, of the entire wave, including Voyagers and everything. So that's the ones I have. So yeah, I think you should, this is the one I would definitely recommend picking up personally. I know some people might get hung up on the hollow bits in the legs, but that doesn't bother me personally. And yeah, I think it's just overall a fantastic thing. The car mode's great, the robot mode's great, the transformation's really fun and interesting. I feel the lots of how they make it work, I think works really well. It's just fun. It's just a genuinely fun, good-looking figure, and I think this is definitely the one to get for the first wave, at least at this point, as far as I can tell. I'm not getting Starscream. I'm gonna wait for one of the repaints on that one, but I'm not hearing great things about it either. So yeah, I think this is the one to go for, and it's just my favorite. It's really good. So that's it. I hope you like this. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. I hope you like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. I hope you check out my Twitter. That's at Nemesis Prime 1, my Patreon, or my Coffee. Those are linked in the description and whatnot. Yeah, I hope you check those out, and I hope you stick around, because I got to do more video reviews, including Earthrise and whatnot. So until the next video, see ya.